Man, it's your big brother K-Rino. I got a question for all of y'all. How honest are you with yourself? And what I mean by that, I don't mean um, easy stuff. You might say, "Oh man, I think I need to lose a little weight. I think I need to get a haircut." Nah, I'm talking about the tough conversations. The things, the flaws that we have that if we correct those things, it would absolutely make us better people. It would make us better people um, for ourselves and for the people around us, which is really the most important thing. I know some people might say, "Oh man, I don't change myself up for nobody. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be unapologetically me," and I ain't really talking about that side of it, if you know what I mean. Who you are as a person and the principles that you stand on, that's different. I understand where you say, man, this is who I am. I'm not going to adjust and try to alter my behavior to make this person comfortable or whatever. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about legitimate flaws that you have, character flaws that you and I have. That um, if people point those things out, if people say, well, man, you can be really rude at times, man. You really can be um, disrespectful at times. I don't like the way you talk sometimes, man. You can be really dismissive, insensitive. Things that the people that care about you, the people that are in your life, it really affects them. And while you don't necessarily care about people you don't know, uh, the people that are close to you, you should have some type of feeling and concern about how they feel about you and how you treat them. And the two sides of it of that is that sometimes you don't even know that you do certain things that you do because you've been doing it so long. That's how you are, and somebody brings it to your attention, and it becomes a shock to you. It becomes a surprise to you. Like, and I never knew that I did that, or I never knew you felt that way. And a lot of times, man, it be stuff that people had in them for years that's built up, and then they finally tell you, and the way you know that it was really affecting them and bothering them was based on how they released it, how they revealed it to you. Sometimes people get to talking, man, they start crying, and then you never did it, and you're like, man, I didn't even know. I didn't know you felt that way. I didn't even know that I was doing that, or if I knew I was doing it, I was unaware of that it was affecting you like that. Now, the second side to that is when you absolutely know how you are. You absolutely know what it is that you do. And you absolutely know how it affects people. Yet, you got it in your mind, oh, well, that's how it's going to be. This is who I am. And they don't like it. Move around. But at the same time, that's fine if you decided you could take a lead that person, you won't have any dealings with that person. But if it's somebody that you claim to love and care about, now it's hitting a little bit different because you're not uh, showing any consideration, any compassion to the people that are in your immediate circle. And if you claim you care about those people, then naturally the last thing you would want to do was make them feel some kind of way or hurt them in any kind of way if you claim you care about them. You shouldn't want to do that to nobody, whether you know them or not. That's why even this in public, just being generally being a cool person is always the wise move to make. But when you just have embraced being uh, a butthole, for lack of a better term, when you just embrace that and you have it in your mind, like, I don't care if it's my son, my daughter, my mama, if they don't like it, they can move around. then you're setting yourself up for a fall somewhere down the line, and you proving yourself to be, a selfish person. It's all about you. And if it's all about you and how you feel, then someday it will become all about you, because you will be the only person around, because nobody else will want to be around you. Nobody else will want to deal with you. And a lot of people really have that hardness in their heart to where it's really difficult to impossible for them to even admit that they have those kind of flaws, much less apologize. I've known people who just they have it as a rule in their life that I don't apologize. I'm not gonna apologize for nothing. They have that as a rule, like, and you're like, well, why don't you apologize? Well, I don't apologize because whatever I did in that moment, I intended to do it. I knew I was doing it, so I gotta stand on. Now, see, all this about standing on um, foolishness or dumb principles. See, I made a video about that a while back. You know, certain principles, yeah, you stand on it. Certain truths, you stand on it. If it's truth, you stand on it. But just to be egotistical or stubborn or not want to give another person, or what you feel is giving another person the satisfaction of just you, of them seeing you demonstrate some humility. So I ain't gonna never apologize. I don't care how you feel. I don't care if I was wrong. I'm not gonna ever apologize. Then, like I say, at some point, you will be solo. You will be by yourself, because the most patient and most tolerant person, male, female, child, or otherwise, is only going to take so much. Hell, a dog will run away from home at some point. And dogs are pretty loyal. But we got to be honest with ourselves. And when people tell us that something we said or did made them feel a certain kind of way and it wasn't good, then we have to at least acknowledge, okay, well, man, what is it that I said? If you claim, which all of us do, present company included, all of us claim we want to be better people. We all say that every day is a new opportunity to improve ourselves and be better for ourselves and for the world, to make the world a better place than when you found it. Make people better than when you found them. So that example has to be set, because, it's always people watching, and plus we live in a world, man, you can't continue to just dog people out, man, with malice and ill intent. You just can't do it, man. You just can't do it. So the like they say to people who may have drug addictions and alcohol problems, they say the first step to correcting the problem is to admit that you have one. So if we can't get past the first hurdle, the first step, then the problem will never be fixed. And our relationships, friendships, acquaintances, associates, business relationships, because people mess off their business behind that kind of attitude. People lose jobs behind that kind of thought process. Like, they just not gonna admit, they can't admit they wrong. People lose loved ones that they have been with for years, and just because you can tell them how wrong they are, but nobody can tell you how messed up and wrong you are. So that's what it is, man. Can we work on being honest and taking that criticism, even when the arrows are shot at us? Can we take that, and if it's coming from a real place, from the person that's telling it to you, can you bow down and say, you know what, I'm listening. Okay, let me try to fix that. All right, it's your big brother K-Rino. I'll catch y'all later on, man. Peace.